process flow, again, this is the granular way of doing things. So if I go back to the idea of painting the hood for a truck, it could be the incoming hood is inspected. Well, what happens? Well, when the hood gets to inspection, we have to get a hold of an inspector. Okay. And then it's going to take some time. And when the inspector's done, then it can go to painting. It's not shown here, but there could be, if it fails inspection, where does it go from there? Goes through painting. You have to acquire the painter. This painter might be busy painting something else. Okay, then we have to wait until that painter's available. Once the painting's done, then it needs to go to the curing racks. Well, again, you need to make sure you have a curing rack available. And this would be a case for what if. What if I added some more inspectors or some more painters or some more curing racks? What could happen there? What if I came up with a new process that slowed down some of those delays? What if the paint needed to slow down the painting time was twice as expensive? Is it worth it? Those are the kinds of things that I could answer with the, or at least get a better feel for with FlexSim. So I'll go ahead and open up the idea of that flow model. And again, this is one we do during our introductory class. And we'll go ahead and close those. And basically, I've got a typo in there somewhere where it doesn't know what to do at time equals 0. But there's my process flow. And different pieces. When I go and hit run, you're going to see dots starting to appear. So instead of having a person walking around holding a box, I've got a token. Token is created up here. It's assigned a color, and based on the color goes into line 1, line 2, or line 3. Red goes to line 1, green goes to line 2, and blue goes to line 3, and you can see how those tokens are working their way through the system. In addition, you can see whether or not that inspector has a backlog. Right now it's inspecting one thing, but every now and then you'll see a backlog flash up. 2 items, 3 items, we got a little bit of a backlog there. And it could be coming from this inspection, but there was also an inspection down here. So I can get very granular very quick. But what I can't do with this one is if the inspection station for this is remote from the inspection station from that, I'm not going to be able to account for the specific time to get from A to B unless I would somehow bake it into the delay that I'm assuming is the inspection time. And that's maybe not fair, because that delay may not happen if the inspector was already here and the next piece came in and there was nothing waiting down there. So to take care of that, what we can do is a hybrid. Mix and match that process flow directly with the 3D model. In the one you see here, we've got some code that's taking a look at a list, and that list is helping to figure out what needs to get loaded on the pallet. It's working in conjunction with this table. So the different color palettes are representing different orders, or order mixes, better way of phrasing it. So if it's a red palette, we need what's on row 1. And these could have been renumbered. I wish I'd done that now, but that's 2020 hindsight. So the red palettes, we need 6 of the red boxes, 2 of the green boxes, and 4 of the blue boxes. Yes, these could have been renamed as well. When I get to a green, then the mix is 4, 6, and 2. When I get to a blue, which is what that one is there, it's 2, 4, and 6. Well, we need to have the right ones in the queue so we can fill a pallet. And then what the process flow is doing is taking care of reducing the queue by the amount and adding them to the piece. So if I go and open up that model, and make sure I hopefully open the right one. looking. There we go, palette loading hybrid. The other one that might bring up at the end of the session is a very much more complex system. Again, in this webinar, I'm trying to stay simple, trying to keep things to get the concept across rather than trying to throw a lot of really fancy pictures on the screen. Believe me, I've got some fancy pictures I can put up there if it be desired. So there we go. There's the system, a little bit of a different viewpoint from where we were before. And I'll go ahead and run it and bounce it up a little bit. It takes a while for the first palette to arrive, but there's the piece. Now we're starting to get some there. Slow it down a little bit. A little bit of a backlog. So, gee, we got another palette. Think of it as another order right away. Okay, so now we got to fill that. And it's taking a look and seeing what color it is and pulling appropriately from the two. So for things that you can build in the 3D model and you're worried about motion and movement, the time involved that, or you have a good reason for having a really good picture, then that is a tool. But to get down into the nitty-gritty, you may find you need to mix in some of the process flow as well. System certainly can do that.